Somebody's pointing like you're in the nosebleed seats. You in the nosebleed seats. What? Did you get breakthrough? Were you dealing with dyslexia? Did you read and it's different? So she's reading normal now? It's like the telephone game. Come on! Anybody else? Anybody else? Listen, read again if you have dyslexia. I'm telling you. Scoliosis, test it out before anybody prays for you. We do that really quickly. If you have scoliosis, if you got to bend over to check the straightness, whatever it is, check your scoliosis out too before we pray. Listen, here's the deal, man. You guys worship like that. Jesus loves it. He shows up. And then Jesus just loves to heal people. So, hey, come over here real quick. Come on, man. It's good to see you. I've heard your story briefly. Jerry was telling me. Tell me what happened.
I went to the Jesus Culture in August to Valparaiso, Chicago. It was the last night, August 15th. Vanny was talking. He said if there's anybody with dislocation problems, just raise your hand. I was the only person in the room that I could see that raised their hand. And just a little story is in high school, junior year, playing football, I dislocated my shoulder and it tore every ligament. My shoulder, chipped bone, the socket was dented in, and wasn't allowed to play contact sport ever again. And all in all, it's dislocated 20 times. And then some people laid their hands on me that night, and an insane heat came over my body and into my shoulder, and it felt like something was tucked into my shoulder. And people asked me, do something you couldn't do before, and I didn't know because it doesn't hurt when I walk around. It's just a normal shoulder.
You're like, I got a tack for you. Stand right there.
One thing that I've never been able to do before is a one-arm push-up, and because it's just not stable, I did 8. And
that's impressive, even if you weren't hurt. That's amazing. Right then, they prayed for you. So it had been dislocated 20 times. They said you can't play contact sports again. You've been in pain. Intense heat comes over. There's stuff going on in there. And you tested it out by doing 8 one-arm push-ups. That's impressive.
Anyway, so needless to say, that opened my eyes to a different God that I knew before. And man, I was playing rugby for this last year, and I've been hitting people extremely hard. Haven't had any problems. But the Lord wants to break in and let this night just not be a night of entertainment and satisfaction for your own self, as He wants to encounter you tonight. And He desires you, He delights in you, and you are filled with power by the glory of God. And I have seen power through my hands, through other people around me. Tonight, He just wants to love on you. He calls us to love and be loved. He's calling us to an intimate place, and in that intimate place is where He releases His power. Seek His face, and He will show up. It's not about feeling. He's calling you just to walk out. It's not about feeling at all. He just wants you to go. He wants the church to go. He's tired of the church being confined to a box. He's no longer in a box. He wants the box to be open so He can do whatever He wants. He wants a new and you can do it. Stop looking at where the light is being casted, because when you look at where the light's being casted, you see it from a different angle of somebody else, and then there's judgment and bitterness because you see the light of where it is, and you say, no, I saw the light. I saw what it did, but that's from your angle, from your corner. He's calling us to look at the source of the light. He's calling the church to look at the source of the light, and that when we do, there's a unified body that when we come together through prayer, anything is possible. Just give Him yourself tonight. Give Him your heart. Give Him your eyes. He wants you so bad. Just seek Him with all of your heart tonight. That's all I ask. If you gain nothing from the night, gain the assurance that He loves you. That He loves you. And you have power. Power. You are powerful.
Oh, come on. That's good stuff. All right, anybody dealing with any rotator cuff or dislocated or torn ligaments, we're going to pray for you right now. We came here that testimony, not pray. That is awesome. Come on, here we go. Raise your hand if you responded. Anything, bones, joints, tears, or any of that type of stuff, the bone spurs, scoliosis, the reflux disease type stuff, and dyslexia. Raise your hand. Any of those, raise your hand. Listen, if you're around them, get on them and lay hands on them right now. Go ahead, just get with them.